Have you ever wondered why giraffes have such long necks? Is there a possibility that millions of years ago there might have been giraffes with shorter necks? If yes, why are there no such giraffes now? Why is it that all the giraffes that we see now have such long necks? Now, KK and Anandi are going to explore the answer to this question through a game. In this game, I am going to be the hunter or predator and the colored papers are going to be my prey. Here the purple squares denote prey with dark coats or dark skin color, and the yellow squares denote prey with light skin color or light coats. In this game, the predator has to hunt in the evening or night, judging its prey by sight. Let's start with equal numbers of both types of prey. So we have 20 purple squares and 20 yellow squares here. Now it's evening and I am going to hunt. I can see that the yellow squares are easier to spot than the purple ones. So I hunt twice as many yellow prey as the purple ones, which means that if I catch one purple, then I catch two yellows. Now it's the breeding season. Let's assume that every pair of prey produce only one offspring and the offspring resembles the parent, which means the yellow prey produce yellow offspring and the purple prey produce purple offspring. It's hunting season again for the hungry predator. This time also I see that it's easier to spot the yellow than the purple in the dark. So for every purple prey that I catch, I end up catching two yellow prey. Again, it is the breeding season. As before, we assume that every pair produces only one offspring and the offspring resembles the parents. Back to the hunting season. The next breeding season has arrived. This time we are going to assume that every pair of prey produces 3 offsprings and that the offsprings resemble the parent. Do you notice the change in the numbers from what we started with? When we started, we had equal number of yellow squares and purple squares. But now you can clearly see that there are many more purple squares than yellow squares. What do you think will happen to the numbers in the next hunting season? We have observed the changes over 3 breeding seasons, that is 3 generations. But what do you think will happen after hundreds of generations or thousands of generations, over thousands of years? Because that is the timeline in which evolution happens. It doesn't happen over 2, 3 or even 100 generations. It takes thousands of generations and many thousands of years. Probably by then the yellow prey would have gone extinct, leaving only the purple prey. Charles Darwin, the scientist who discovered evolution, said, The species that survives is the one that is able best to adapt and adjust to the changing environment in which it finds itself. In the game, the dark colored prey has better adapted to its environment compared to the light colored ones. So, the dark colored prey has higher chances of survival over many generations specific to this environment. Now let's come back to the question of the giraffe's long neck and let's hear what KK and Anandi are discussing.
Anandi, I think the giraffe wanted to reach the higher branches of the tree, so it had to stretch its neck. It kept stretching till its neck became long and long. This long neck was passed on to the future generations. Now all the giraffes have long necks. What do you think?
Well, KK, your explanation seems reasonable and intuitive, but it is a misconception. It is possible that longer necked giraffes and shorter necked giraffes lived at the same period of time. But the longer necked giraffes clearly had an advantage in reaching the higher branches of the tree compared to the shorter necked ones. This is similar to the dark skinned prey which we saw in our game. So maybe over a period of time it is possible that the short necked giraffes became extinct, leaving only the longer necked giraffes to exist.
Oh, this seems a little complicated, but when I think of long time scales and thousands of generations, this makes sense. Thank you, Anandi.
You're welcome, KK. In fact, recent research has suggested that the long necks of giraffes offer them an advantage not only in reaching the topmost branches but also are useful for various other reasons like spotting predators and in fights with competitors. And it's been seen that males with longer necks are preferred for breeding.
That's interesting, Anandi. But I want to play the game again. But this time, let's start with more number of light color prey and see what happens.
Thank you for watching the video. You too try this game at home and have fun learning.